The 2020 Ford Edge. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to go over all the standard as well as optional equipment for the SE trim of the 2020 Ford Edge. Not too many things different from 19 versus 20. There are a few things that are now standard equipment on all your Edges, so there will be some upgrades for you. But in the way of some different packages, they're pretty much as similar as the 2019. So we're going to go over this. We'll walk around the outside and then dive to the inside and then talk about some different optional equipment at the end of the video, and I'll give you prices down in the description, so look at the timestamps down below. You can move around the video and see those prices as well. So let's go ahead and get started for the 2020 Ford Edge SE. First, I want to talk about different safety features, and just like for the 2019, if you've watched that video from what I did last year, same safety features as this year, nothing different here. So let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't watched that video before, we're going to talk about the airbags first. Dual stage front airbag, so the driver and front passenger have a dual stage airbag that'll deploy a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. Also, you're going to get a driver as well as a front passenger knee airbag. So it's going to come underneath that steering wheel and the dash and in the glove box for the front passenger and deploy down to protect you from any of those front collisions up there. Also, side impact airbag for the driver and front passenger that will deploy that airbag beside that seat. So if you have that side collision, side impact, it's going to go and deploy that airbag to protect those in the front seats up there. Also, safety canopy airbags. They're going to deploy down from the roof line, protect you for any kind of rollover, so we'll have the roll stability control as well to go along with that to help you out with that, and the rollover sensors, I should say. So that way, if you do have that rollover situation, it's going to deploy those airbags, protect you hopefully from the glass breaking on the side of the vehicle and protect everyone in the vehicle, even those in the back seat back here too. Now let's talk about some safety features here on the back doors. Child safety locks, so you can lock those out. If you have those small kids, you don't want them opening those doors, you can lock those out, as well as you do have the latch system. Lower anchors and tethers for children, so if you have those kids in those booster seats, those car seats, you can securely fasten those down in there. You don't have to keep moving those out of the vehicle in and out. They'll securely stay down, latched into the back of the seat back there. I love that latch system. I have a grandson, and I love having that latch system for my vehicle as well, and pretty much standard equipment on about all of your vehicles anymore. Also, a couple other features. If you do get in a collision, it does have your 911 assist as well as SOS post-crash alert system. And what that's going to do is that SOS will honk the horns and flash the lights if you're in an accident, and the 911 assist will actually have 911 will call you into the vehicle if you have a serious accident and ask if you need help, if you're able to move, if you're able to drive the vehicle, and some of those questions. So very important features to have. Also, this does have advanced track with roll stability control. And what that's going to do is advanced track, if you're going to that curve maybe a little too fast, maybe a slick driving road, it's going to use a series of brakes around the vehicle to help you keep you on your intended path and help you from rolling over. So you're going to have that curve control as well, will be included to help you with those curves. And then also this will have the EPAS, electronic power assist steering, and that's going to help you out when you're driving a little bit slower. It'll help turn the steering wheel easier, but when you get on the highway, it's going to stiffen up that steering so that wind won't push you from side to side, hopefully. So you have those features too. Now, it does have pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, so that's a real nice feature to have. So it has pedestrian detection to go along with that, front collision warning. So if you're going along and you're not hitting your brake and the person in front of you is stopped, they're going much slower than you, the system knows that, and that front collision warning will let you know that they're stopped, they're going slower, and you need to stop or you're going to hit them. And then if you don't, it's going to have automatic emergency braking, and it'll help lessen that severity if you don't hit your brakes. And if you do get in an accident and you're not hitting your brakes, it has post-collision braking as well to go along with that. So some great safety features here. And of course, the Copilot 360 is standard equipment. Edge was actually one of the first vehicles for 2019 to have the Copilot 360 as standard equipment. And so there's some other features we're going to talk about, some convenience features that you're going to have as we go around the vehicle. Now, your Edge SE is available in either the standard front-wheel drive, or you can get an optional all-wheel drive. If you get the all-wheel drive, you'll have all-wheel drive disconnect as part of that, as well as you'll have the intelligent all-wheel drive system. So there's no shifting it around into those different, for your four-wheel drive, it's going to do it automatically for you. So that's really nice to have. And the auto drive disconnect allows you, if you want to, if you need to, if you're in that situation and engage in all-wheel drive, you don't want that, you can disengage or disconnect the all-wheel drive in those different types of situation. For fuel economy on your front wheel drives, this one happens to be front wheel drive. It's on the window stickers. This is 21 miles per gallon in the city and about 29 miles per gallon on the highway. Now your all-wheel drives are usually about 1 less than the front wheel drive, so probably right around 20 in the city and about 28 on the highway. Also, these are going to come standard in your 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine. Only engine available for your SE trim. It will come with the auto start stop technology, which means if you're stopped, it's going to go ahead and shut the vehicle off, and then when you let go of the brake, it's going to turn the vehicle back on. If that's something you want to deactivate for that trip, you can do that just by pressing the little A with the circle around it right underneath your rotary dial shifter there. Also, for your performance on this EcoBoost, you can expect about 250 horsepower, 275 pound-feet of torque. So a pretty good amount of power with that EcoBoost engine. That should be suffice for most people that are looking for the entry-level edge here. Also, it's going to come with your 8-speed automatic transmission. So I love that 8-speed. It is going to come, your all-wheel drives will come with the paddle shifters, so that select shift. Front wheel drives will not have select shift. So if you do get an all-wheel drive, those select shift, it's going to be right behind the steering wheel. They'll use the paddle shifters to be able to shift it up and down through those transmissions like a manual transmission there. Now let's talk about the look here on the front. Talk about the headlights. It does have your automatic bi-LED low beam and high beam headlights. So like that it's LED is standard equipment on these. Automatic means if you have an auto setting, it'll come on automatically when it gets dark, turn off when it gets light. The high beams work pretty similar to that same type of technology, that if it's dark enough outside, there's no one approaching you, it's going to turn those high beams on. If you're in the city lights or someone approaches you with those headlights, it's going to turn them off automatically. And the auto high beams is something you can deactivate and activate in your setting screen, and it's also part of the Copilot 360 there. Also, you do have wiper activated headlights, which means if you turn your wipers on, the headlights will automatically come on. Some states it is a state law, and so Ford's got you covered there. Also, you do have configurable daytime running lights. Also in that lighting screen, you should be able to configure those to be on all the time without having to be in the auto setting or have your headlights turned on and accidentally leave those headlights on when you leave the vehicle. So, talk about the grille up here. It does have a nice chrome grille. I love that the back behind and the inserts in there is painted silver as well, even on the SE. So real nice looking grille here. It's not going to look plain by any means up here. You will have molded in these spots right here where when you go up to like SEL and titanium, you'll see fog lights. And then molded in black right in here on these lower part of the bumpers, and painted black front skid plate up there. And as you go up to different trims, that skid plate will be painted silver, and sometimes on your sport packages even be painted back to black like this in this one here. Also, active grille shutters are going to be located down here, which means if you're going in town a little bit slower, it's going to open up those grille shutters to allow airflow in to cool off the engine. But on the highway, it'll close it up to get you that better fuel economy, close to almost 30 miles per gallon. So that's how that's going to function for you. Now let's talk about a few things here with the windshield. It does have the acoustic laminated glass, which makes it a lot quieter for you, a quiet ride inside the vehicle that way. Also, you get rain sensing wipers are standard equipment on an SE, which is a big deal. A lot of people don't think about it. Rain sensing wipers, if you have it in one of those auto settings, when it starts to rain, it's going to automatically turn the wipers on. You don't have to turn your wipers at all. It's going to take care of everything for you. As it rains a little bit harder, they'll wipe a little bit faster. You don't have to do it automatically, and I love that feature. And the reason I say that's a big deal is because even on your XLT Expedition, it's not even available for you. You have to go up to like a limited on the Expedition to even get rain sensing wipers. I was really surprised that it's still standard equipment on your Edge SE. Now let's talk about the lane keeping system. Lane keeping system also part of the Copilot 360, standard equipment on all your Edges. What's great about that is if you're going down the road, even in town, highway, doesn't matter if you have that activated, it'll help keep you in your lane. So it knows if it sees those lines, it can actually alert you if you leave your lane and vibrate the steering wheel, or you can have it on the aid system, and when you get over those lines, it'll help keep you in your lane as much as it can, really based on whether or not it can see those lane markers. Depends on your state. Sometimes they're kind of faded, so it may struggle with that, but it'll have that. And it does have a driver alert system too. So if you have that activated, if you're taking your hands off the steering wheel too often, it'll alert you and let you know that, and even tell you that you may need to pull over and get some coffee. So some great features that are standard equipment here on the front, but we have even more features as we move around to the side. Now as we move around to the side, you're going to see the standard wheel, in fact the only wheel available on your SE trim, and that's the 17-inch sparkle silver painted aluminum wheel. Nice 5-spoke aluminum wheel, pretty similar. I think it's the same wheels they had for 2019. That's going to be available, and the only wheel that you can get on this trim. There will be an option for different tires, and I don't typically talk about tires too much, but you can look on the order guide for different options of what's standard as well as what's going to be optional tire for you. On the mirrors, it does have a molded in black mirror cap. It does have power mirrors for this SE trim, so you'll all be able to adjust that inside with the controls. Also has your bliss system with cross-check alert, part of the Copilot 360 standard equipment on the SE, which means if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to let you know with the light in the corner of the mirror on that side, so you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time as you look over that mirror. Also, as you're backing the vehicle up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, maybe as you're backing out of parking lots, driveways, it's going to alert you too with the light in the corner of the mirror from the side they're coming from. Puts a message on the dash showing if they're coming from the left or the right in a series of tones, and it's not safe to back up. Again, love this system. Just think it's going to be a lifesaver for you as you know that. I've had vehicles that I've been followed and I've been in their blind spot that do not have this technology that almost come into me. So I think this is a great safety feature for you, and hopefully avoid any accidents you may have. Also, this will come standard equipment with the intelligent access. So you will have a key fob that'll have unlock, lock, and a panic. And also have a key in here, so you can open that up and get access to that if the vehicle is dead. But you can just keep that pocket in your, or the key I should say, in your pocket, purse, whatever it might be. Just walk up, put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle for you and allow you to get access into it and even start the vehicle without having to get the key out of your pocket. And then when you get out, you just press the ridges. It's going to lock the vehicle up for you. So nice convenience feature for you. Just leave that in your purse, pocket, whatever it might be, and you can be able to get in and out of the vehicle that way. Now for the kind of the appearance here, the body color door handles here, so that's a nice little upgrade for the SE. Also, you will have the belt line molding will be black as well as around the window, and then the lower rocker molding will be molded in black too. In fact, about all your trims will be molded in black on the lower rocker here, because that kind of protects it. Being an SUV, it sits a little higher. Sometimes those rocks kick up, and to the bottom of that, you don't want it chipping up the paint. So a lot of times you'll see that being molded in black down there for the Ford lineup. So privacy glass on these back windows as well as the back glass. Just looks nice on the vehicle, but also keeps it a little bit cooler for those in the rear seat back there. Easy fuel capless filler. Nice little, you just push that door open and you can get access to the fuel tank. No cap to worry about leaving, getting your hands dirty or anything like that. You just go ahead and open it up. Go ahead and put the nozzle in there, fill it up. When you're done, go ahead and shut the door. You don't have to worry about anything. Some people are afraid that people can get in there, but there's 2 doors in there. So they'd have to be pretty skilled on it. And it only takes the size of the nozzles from the fuel pumps. So if you run out of gas, even the nozzles for your gas cans will not work. You'll need to use a funnel that's usually going to be located near the spare tire back here. So pretty nice equipment here on the side of it. Intelligent access, a nice feature to have, as well as the bliss system, but we even have more features to talk about on the back. Now as we move to the back, here on the spoiler, you will see a body color rear spoiler on the top with the molded in black underneath there. Center high mounted stoplight is going to be located on that spoiler as well. Nice high gloss black pieces that come down on both sides of the rear glass. Rear defrost back here with a rear wiper, so you can keep that free of any kind of ice, snow, that kind of thing. Nice high gloss black applique back here with a nice chrome accent on there. So it really dresses up the back of it just like the front grille on this. LED taillights back here, so you're going to be able to, people will be able to see that when you're braking, those bright LEDs back here. Also does have your rear view camera, standard equipment, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. Reverse sensing is now standard equipment on your SE trim. So as you're backing up, it's going to alert you as you're backing up, getting closer to anything. Reverse sensing was not available in the SE trim last year. Now it is standard equipment on all your SEs. That's a new upgrade for 2020 model year. The black molded in rear skid plate back here with the black bumpers, molded in bumpers. As you go on to different trims, that skid plate down here will get changed to different colors. Dual exhaust as well back here on the vehicle. Does have a manual lift gate, so you just press a button under here. If you press to unlock, it'll automatically unlock it. You'll still need to press this and open that lift gate up for you. As you go up to different trims, you might get power lift gate and some of those other features. In the back, you will have, we always put them in the back anyway, but there are carpeted mats for the footwells, not only in the front seat, but but also footwells for the second row seat. And back here you do have a carpeted flooring back here. There's a nice cover that we'll get into in just a little bit. The seats also carpeted on the back of those seats. 60-40 split bench seats, so you can lay those seats down if you need a little extra cargo room. You can do that by going around to the sides and pulling the levers on the side of those seats. A couple different compartments back here as we talk about it. To be able to store some things in, and one here on the left side, another little one up there on to the right over there, and I think that's really there for the cargo netting. Cargo netting is standard equipment on these. You'll have that. A lot of times in the factory they'll come in these nice red plastic coatings here, or packaging I should say, and a lot of times people will put that cargo netting in that little open slot there, or you can put it in any of these little cubbies that you have back here. What's great, you just put these little hooks down here on the side as well as the loops down here in the bottom, and you can go ahead and position that cargo netting back there. Put all those different items back there that might roll around, grocery sacks or maybe footballs, basketballs that might normally roll around. Keeps them stationary back there in the back part of that, and they won't roll to the front. You have to kind of go up there and grab them. They'll be positioned back here for you as well. And then let's go ahead and open up this. Oh, there is a power point back here as well. So you're going to have some, we'll talk about different connectivities in the vehicle, but there's several power points throughout the vehicle. One of them is located back here. So we'll open this up. And in here you can see a cargo management system, which is really nice. You'll have, you know, places to put things in. You want to put those jumper cables back there, or blankets, whatever it might be that you might need in the vehicle. You notice the funnels on the left side over here. Those can be put in there and not take up your cargo room, which is very essential there. And then you're going to see the mini spare that is going to be located in here. That's going to be standard equipment as well. So you're going to have that spare tire, not any kind of inflator kit or anything like that. So pretty good equipment back here, and so again, lots of cargo. I love the cargo management system under there because it allows for more area to be able to store other cargo, and still those smaller stuffs in there that you need all the time, and they don't take up your cargo room back here. Now moving to the interior, there are two different color interiors that are available for you. You have either your ebony interior like you're seeing with this one, where you know, the environment is going to be ebony, whether you go with this interior or the dune, just like this. So your dash is going to be black, the lower part, the doors, armrests, the seats, the center console, all be black or ebony in the interior. You do have a dune interior, so you're going to have some black environment with the dune, but you will have, like, your seats will be dune, your armrests usually will be dune, and some other accents throughout the vehicle. I'm giving you some clips there from Ford's website so you can see the difference between your ebony and your dune interior for those different options. Now your instrument panel here is going to be that dark anno gray is what they call that, so I love the look and color of that and how smooth that is. It's a nice high gloss finish on there, and you're going to see some different spots here around the vents and on both sides here of the console as well. On your steering wheel you're going to see black accents around those switches and everything, as well as on your doors. Now cloth seating surfaces is standard equipment, the only seating material for the SE trim. So real nice seat though, very comfortable seat here. The driver will get a 10-way power adjustable seat, so forward and back, up and down. The backrest will be power adjustment as well as power lumbar. Passenger seat is going to be a manual seat adjustment. It's a 4-way, so forward and back for the lever underneath in front of the seat, as well as the handle beside the seat that will control your backrest. The headrest will come forward and back as well. They'll come in different angles for you as well on both the driver and front passenger seats. Rear seat back there is a 60-40 split bench seat. I mentioned this backrest that can be reclined down. Also, they can recline back for you as well. You have an armrest that comes in the middle backrest as well for even on the SE trim. We don't always see that until you go up to usually upper trims. You're going to see that back there. Behind the console back here, you're going to see vents for back here. You also get ducts underneath the seats too, and then there's going to be a power point on the back of this console to be able to power devices back there. So we've seen our second way to be able to power devices here in the vehicle. Here on the door, power windows, locks, mirror switch, including auto one touch for those front windows. Means you just press it down all completely and they'll go down without having to hold those down, as well as come up that way. So up and down. Also power lock switches there, and your power mirrors are right there too. Your steering wheel, black steering wheel, it does have a manual tilt and telescoping feature, so you just pull the lever under here and it'll go up and down, forward and back, so you can get it positioned just right for any size driver. Here on the steering wheel, several controls, including your cruise control right here on the left side on the lower part, and then the Bluetooth controls over here on the right side over here, where you can control make and receive phone calls, mute it, the audio and that kind of thing up there. Now the D-pad on the right side is going to be some audio controls, some volume controls, as well as any presettings for your radio you can control there. So that way you don't have to take the hands off the steering wheel, especially if you're going real busy, there's a lot of traffic, but you want to switch radio controls, you can do that with some of those presettings right here. The D-pad here on the left side though will control the 4.2-inch productivity screen in here between your speedometer and your tachometer right here on the dash. So that's where you're going to be able to go in there to the different settings for your lights and that kind of thing, and be able to control different things and change the display as well. If you want to see miles per gallon, your fuel miles to empty, that kind of thing, you can adjust the productivity screen right there. Push button start right here. So again, when you get in the vehicle, you don't have to get the keys out to get in it or out to lock it or to start the vehicle. So just get in, press the button. Of course, don't forget to press the brake. For some reason, a lot of people with a push button start tend to forget to push the brake. Don't forget to do that, and you can start the vehicle using that button. Dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger can have a different temperature. That is now standard equipment on all of your edges. That is an upgrade when you go on 2020. That is new for this model year. Now you have dual zone climate control, automatic features to go along with that. For your audio controls, a six speaker AM FM MP3 Sirius XM satellite radio is standard equipment on the Edge SE as well. It will come with the 8-inch touchscreen there, and it is the new Sync 3. It is the upgraded version from the original Sync 3, so I think it's 3.2. I think somebody informed me the other day. So that is a nice upgrade and a little bit different interface and look to it. In fact, I haven't had a chance to do a video on the 8-inch touchscreen. I have one on the 10.1 of the Explorer. You can check that one out. But I will be doing one on the 8-inch touchscreen as well. All of them with the 8-inch touchscreen will function the same way. So I'll be doing a video on this 8-inch touchscreen here shortly. Also above that, you're going to see a tray up there. Oh, I also forgot, when you're backing up the vehicle, that's where your backup camera is going to come into view, is this full 8-inch touchscreen right here. And then nice little tray up here. Edges have had that for a while. In the past, it was a little door that you opened up and then it opened the flap. Now it's just a grippy type tray or bottom to it to be able to put some things on there. People really like that in the edges, and they didn't want to see that go away. And so edges kind of keep that design in a sense right here with this as well. For the mirror up here, now you have a day-night mirror, so that is a little bit different. They did take away the auto-dimming rear view mirror for the SE trim, so you have this day-night switch right here. So when at nighttime, you can flip that down if cars come up behind you with those bright lights. Overhead console is going to include a sunglass bin up here, so you can just open that up, put the sunglasses in there, or small items, as well as switches up here for your lights to turn them off if you want to make sure they're on for the doors, whatever it might be. Talk about the media hub right here in the front part of the console. You just press that chrome button there and it opens that up. You're going to see a kind of a nice textured bottom down there to be able to put your phone on there if you want to. 2 smart USB ports. So this does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in it, and so you can plug those phones in, be able to have that interface through the 8-inch touchscreen. Also be able to play music through there that way, and then also charge your phone. So 2 USB ports up here in the media hub. Also, you're going to see a little tray back behind there, and also does have a non-stick kind of a grip to it, and you're going to see a power point just to the right over here for the passenger to use. You probably can't see it from there, but I will show you a close-up of that. So you're going to have that power point over there on that side. The rotary dial shifter over here, so you can have that. Like I said, the all-wheel drives will have a select shift, so you can put it in that S mode there and be able to shift it up and down using the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. And then you have your parking brake is going to be located right behind that, and then the auto start-stop button, which I gave you a clip of earlier, is just behind that there as well. And then your cup holders, of course, just to the right of that. Talk about the console. It's a padded console here. You can open that up. It's just one button here. You just open that up. You will see, actually, there is a second tray, or there's a tray. If you just press that button just right, you can open it up to a tray that's in there. The tray comes out. So real nice. That's something new for 2020. They didn't have that last year. So nice little tray in there. And so you can see there's some coin slots as well on both sides there. So Pretty cool there. You do have a power point in here as well in the console. Really deep console. Goes down there quite a ways there. A little disappointed. I don't see any kind of slots or anything for those cords to come through. They will come through this tray here, several spots, but they might get pinched on there. I don't see where. I guess there is actually an empty slot on the front where the latch is for that, so that you can have those cords come through the front and out the front, and they will not get pinched. Another little compartment to put some things in. Some people like to put their cell phone and just put it right in there as well. And there's a nice little slot up here too. Not really big enough for a cell phone, but you could maybe put coins in there if you need to get them real quick, if you go through any kind of tolls, anything like that, and access those right there as well. The only other thing I want to talk about that's standard equipment in all your SEs is the Forward Pass Connect. Forward Pass Connect is also now, I think, standard on the 2020 model year for all your vehicles. I think in 2019 it was not standard equipment. So Forward Pass Connect, what that does is it allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Forward Pass app. Love this app. You download the app, you put your VIN number in, you confirm it with the modem that's in the vehicle. It does have 4G hotspots as well for different devices if you want to buy the plan for that. But regardless if you buy the plan or not, through the phone, you're going to be able to remote start the vehicle from anywhere. Schedule remote start times. You can unlock and lock your vehicle, locate your vehicle, some great functions through there. And in the app is where you're going to get your Forward Pass rewards numbers as well. So you're going to get rewards points for every time when you purchase a vehicle. You're going to get a bunch that will cover about 2 free oil changes if you want to use them for that. But also every time you go to the Ford service department or even Ford aftermarket department for your dealerships, you're going to get Ford rewards points for every time you purchase any kind of service or any products through the dealership. You're going to get those as well, and so those will rack up, and you go and use those for different things within the dealerships, whether it be towards purchase of another car, towards their service, or even towards any kind of accessories too. So, which is really nice features to have. So, in fact, talking about accessories, let's start talking about some different optional equipment that's available on your SE trim now. Now we're going to talk about optional equipment. Some of these are accessories that can be ordered from the factory or even from your parts department after you get your vehicle. So I'll kind of point some of those out when we get to those. First one I want to talk about is your engine block heater. That is something definitely want to get from the factory if you know you want that. If you live in that cold weather state where it's overnight, you leave your vehicle outside, you might want to plug the vehicle in, makes it easier starting the vehicle. Engine block heater is something you can add to your vehicle from the factory. Also, that front license plate bracket up there. That is something they don't mention on the order guide, and the reason I bring it up is something you can get after you get your vehicle. But if you know that you want it or think you might want it, you want to put something on there, personalized tags, so those states that don't require a front tag, it's optional equipment. So states that require a front one, it's going to be standard equipment. But in Kansas, it's optional equipment. But if you get it from the factory, they require you, it's a no charge option. The dealer is required to put it on for you at no charge at all. But if you get it afterwards, a lot of dealers will charge you for the license plate bracket as well as to install it. So that could, really cost you maybe $50 or something, but it's still a cost that you can save if you get it from the factory. Also, you do have the side rails. New for 2020 model year, side rails were not available on the SE trim. Now they're available. You can get the roof rack side rails. They will be black. Can be added to this. Again, something that I recommend you get it from the factory if you want the side rails. You can order it afterwards and they will install it. Either way, I think they come to the dealership ahead of time and the dealer installs them. But again, it's something that it's a cost you wouldn't have to incur if you get it from the factory that way. Locking lug nuts is an accessory. Those can be ordered, and a lot of times the dealer will just take one, there'll be one lug nut they'll take off from the original ones and put a locking lug nut on each of the wheels to really protect them. I don't really see it too often on the SE trim, but sometimes when we go up to different trims, we might see that to protect some of those bigger 20-inch nice wheels. So if you do plan on getting some different aftermarket rims, you might want to get the locking lug nuts. Also, let's talk about some other accessories that you can get from the order from Ford, or you can get it from your accessories department afterwards. And a lot of times the rest of these will come to the dealership ahead of time and the dealership will install them for you. But if it's ordered from the factory, then there's a no charge to install them because it's required from the factory as part of the cost that you pay for the vehicle. One of them is actually a package. It's called the Cargo Accessory Package. Includes 3 features, one of them being a cargo mat. So cargo mat's going to go down in there, protect it. It's usually all weather on one side, carpet on the other, so you can flip it over. And so that's really nice to have in the vehicle. So carpet on the outside, just like the rear cargo is, but on the other side it's all weather, so you can always flip it over when you need it. And then also you can get it comes with a retractable cargo cover. So that's going to go in the back. It'll come over and slide over so people can't see the different belongings you have back there. And it can come in and out of the vehicle too. So a great feature to have. And then the rear bumper protector is part of that package as well. Kind of goes on the top of that rear bumper so that way if you drop things on there, it doesn't scratch up the bumper. So some people like that as well. So that's a package. I did show in the order guide that those can be ordered separately from each other, but if you get them from afterwards from accessories department, you would be able to order those on your own, and there's no charge to install those, so you can just order them and then put them in yourself, and it wouldn't be any different than the price you'd get from the factory that way. Also, talking about that, you have floor liners. So we get carpeted mats as standard equipment, but if you want some all-weather floor liners, those are something you can get as well from the factory or from your dealership afterwards. They'll go on the footwells in the front seat as well as the footwell in the back. You'll still get the carpeted mats, of course, but those would come in handy during the winter time. You could slide those in for snow, rain, that kind of thing like that. Also, the last one I'll talk about is the dual headrest rear entertainment system. So this is also a feature that comes to the dealership, and the dealership installs it for you at no charge, of course. It's already figured into your cost when you order it from the factory. So you replace the headrest that you'd have. They'd be a little bit wider headrest, but you'd have two different entertainment systems. We're not calling them DVDs because it's more than just DVD. You can play DVDs on them, but also you have an AV cord. You can have a USB port goes into that, I believe, as well as SD card slots, so you can put video on different things, different types of media devices, and plug them into those entertainment systems. So it's more than just a DVD anymore. So that's real nice to have, and those will be individual. So you have headrest, two different headphones, I should say. They're going to go with them, and each headrest can play a video separate from the other, so don't have to play the same thing. So that's real nice to have, especially if you have multiple kids back there. You can, and they want different things. You don't have to listen to all the arguing. You can actually let them play two different things on those different dual headrest entertainment systems. So that's all your accessories and different optional equipment's available. Again, look in the description down below if you're watching this on YouTube. I'll have the prices for each one of those from the factory. So let's talk about the warranties on the Ford Edge SE. They're same as all the other vehicles for 2019 as well. It is a 3-year, 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with the 4-year, 50,000-mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. So pretty good warranties there. A lot of people forget about the roadside assistance, but be aware that is 4 years, 50,000 miles. So if you get stranded on the side of the road, you can call the number. So and those will always be provided in your owner's manual in the glove box there. So definitely keep that in mind. Also, don't forget you can go to our website. You can check it out, McArthur.com. Each one of our vehicles you can find in there. You can check for availability, schedule a test drive. You can see pictures. You can also pull up that window sticker on each one of our vehicles, so you can see what the standard equipment as well as optional equipment was ordered on each particular vehicle. So I love that Ford's going to do that for all the Ford dealers. Should have access to that. Also on our website, you can actually calculate payments and do everything right there on the website. So, and I mean everything. So you can look at the price. All of our internet prices are, a lot of them are invoice minus rebate. Can't get any better than that. So you can check out that retail deal versus if you want to lease the vehicle, what it's going to do and what it's going to look like. You can put your down payments in there. You can put your trade-in in there as well, and anything you owe on your trade-in, and calculate your payments for you, and even see some aftermarket products you can read ahead of time before coming to dealership and decide what you want. And you can even go ahead and do the deal and secure the vehicle right there on our website. So we love how that works, and it's a great system that we've had instituted, and we're really pushing for this year as an easy way to buy a vehicle. So definitely take advantage of that if you want to there on our website. Also, you can call or send us a text message. We have numbers listed down below. Call us toll free. The text number is just texting, so you can go ahead and do that. We'll have that number not only on the flash on the screen, but down in the description as well. So definitely reach out to us if you have any questions we can help you out with. We'd love to do that. But I hope you really enjoyed this video on the 2020 Ford Edge SE. This is part of the video that is just for those YouTube people out there. If you're watching this on YouTube and you really like what you see with these videos and you'd like to work with us and you don't live close to us, we do free shipping. So feel confident that you can get a vehicle ordered the way you want it from a dealership that knows their product, and you can have it delivered right to your door. So we do ask that there is there is a catch. And our catch is that we just ask you to finance it with us. So a lot of people will finance a vehicle anyway, so it's not any extra cost incurred into you, but the lenders do give us a kickback for any lending deal. Some dealerships don't let you know that, but usually that's why they want you to finance. Ford or any of the other lenders do give us a percentage of the car deal, and that is able to cover most of the cost of the shipping. Depends on how far we go out. But since we are in Kansas, we can go out to any coast, for free shipping for you, so definitely reach out to us. Take advantage of that. Getting a vehicle that you know, ordered the way you want it, ordered from a dealership, knows their product, and ordered delivered right to your door. So this is just a great offer that we have here at McArthur if you're watching this video on YouTube. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Hit that red subscribe button down there. That way you can get subscribed to our channel. You with this great Ford, Lincoln content. We even do some cool aftermarket stuff too. You have to check those out. Hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So it sends you a notification to your phone when you're logged into your YouTube account. So that's a great way to get notified when we have a video that drops. For 2020, we are going to try to do about 3 to 4 videos a week. So not too many, won't bombard you too much, but it does get you information when we have these videos like this one delivered to your inbox there. So definitely check that out. If you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and smash that like button. Let other people know it's a great video they need to watch, and I'd really appreciate it. And also don't forget, you can comment down below. Love getting those comments. I do read those myself, manage them myself, and will answer them. If you have any questions that I didn't cover or anything, any videos you'd like to see, put those down in the comments. Love getting that feedback and making these videos better and better each year. I think they've come a long way since I started doing this in 2017. So I love getting those comments so I can get better at doing these videos for you. Also, don't forget, you can find us on social media. We're at McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So find out what we're doing there on those different mediums. We love on Twitter putting some different information out there for you and really letting you know what's going on in the Ford lineup, Lincoln lineup, and different things we're doing here at the dealership as well. So definitely reach out to us on those different medias. But until the next video, we'll see you later.